So how do you seam two different carpets together when you're absolutely clueless about the carpet game? What's good, everybody? It's Michael Alder here from CarpetExpertBlueprint.com, and in this video I'm going to walk you through step by step, I'm not going to speed anything up, exactly how you can seam two different carpets together with ease so any DIY person can make this happen and move forward without dealing with your lousy carpet guys. So we have a frieze type carpet that we're installing, and we're butting it right up against some good old 1990 Berber carpet. So fortunately, in this video, we're going to keep it as simple as possible. You see how I kind of folded it right there? There's actually an existing seam in the doorway there. So I'm folding it to make that seam pop, and I'm just going to take my blade and run it right along the old seam there, and I'm going to use that to be my new straight edge. So no need to get too fancy here. We're going to keep it real simple and basic. So when you fold it and kind of put that peak in it, if your blade's sharp enough, you could run it right down and catch a perfect liner there, assuming the previous carpet installer was a professional. So that is questionable in itself. But we're going to go run the blade down the old seam all the way to the other side. Perfect, quote unquote, straight edge cut. Now I'm going to take the new carpet, we're going to roll it forward, and I'm going to cut it about an inch or so hefty, so it's just overlapping that old carpet there, and then we're going to work it down to get it to some fine workable material that we could cut and get a clean seam edge on. So I'm going to lob off the sides there so they're nice and even with the door jambs, so when we're all done we just tuck in, we are done. Now I'm going to go ahead and fold it back one more time and just trim it up a little bit more. I want about an inch of carpet to work with here when it's all said and done. So I'm going to lob that off, boom, boom, get the other side, cool. Now I'm going to lift up the old carpet. Once I mess with my blade a little bit here, I'm debating putting a new blade. I'm not going to do that now. So I'm going to lift up the old carpet now. I'm going to tuck the new carpet under it, and I'm going to take my blade and I'm going to mark a line all the way down, just basically making little incisions into the new carpet so I know exactly where that seam's going to fall on the other side. So check this out here. I got my blade, and I'm going to go ahead and swap that out now, because why not? Boom, boom. Tighten it up so it doesn't fall out and lob my finger off. And I'll poke little holes there. We're going to put one there, one there. So basically every 5-6 inches, somewhere in there. That's how I like to do it. Just marking the carpet all the way down, and we're creating a little template. Total hack move, by the way, but that's what we love around here. Hack tricks to make things happen. I'm going to go ahead and fold it back so we can find every one of those little incisions we made. And then we're going to go ahead and play connect the dots. Now, if you're a DIY newbie, whatever the case may be, you probably don't want to freestyle it. I've done this a couple times, so I know exactly how to trace the dots on here to get a nice clean cut. You could just put a straight edge in between each one of your incisions to go ahead and line them up, or run your knife along that. Then you know your seam's going to be nice and clean and good to go. But me, I've done it once or twice. I know how to run my knife right along these dots here, get them lined up so we could have a good squeaky clean seam. About to lob that off. Boom, good to go. Now we're going to make sure everything lines up. Sometimes you got to trim it just a hair more to make sure everything's going to be okay. So let's make sure we're good. I can't remember. I may have had to trim this up a little more. Let's see here. Boom, boom. Did I find something? I found something. We're going to go ahead and take one more roll off. Just a little shimmy, shimmy to make it perfect. Oh, that's beautiful there. Now we're going to get our seam tape. And if you're not hip to the seam tape game, go ahead and unroll about 4 or 5 inches hefty on there. Fold back the new carpet. And then I like to fold down the sides of my seam tape under it just to bump it up a little bit near the tack strip. And this will help ensure that all the seam tape gets melted evenly. So while you're burning your seam, you don't get any dry spots and everything's evenly melted, which means your seam will be secure. Now we got our seam iron. We like to cook that bad boy on 4 so we can knock this out and go hang out, walk in parks, listen to podcasts, whatever stuff we do with our spare time. Trim off any loose hairs. Let the iron sit there for about 8 to 10 seconds. Slide it an iron's length forward. Da 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 boom boom. And then we go ahead and put that together. And this is the part that takes zero skills. If it's 2 different carpets, you could just line it up and go. That's it. But if it's 2 of the same carpets, you want to take a little more time. Make sure the fibers are lining up evenly. The backing's touching nicely. All that stuff. We ain't got to worry about this. Anybody can do this here. Trim off the hairs as you move along. Like I said, 8 to 10 seconds with the seam iron on each spot. Now watch this swoop when I pull it out here. You want to slide the back a little bit, and then you're going to slide it forward and just kind of slowly, so you don't pull the tape out with it and create a huge mess and burn your fingertips off. Set that back on the tray so we don't burn the carpet. We put the ending together. Make sure it lines up. Everything's good. Boom, boom. Tuck the ends with your hook knife, and you have a finished product. That's all there is to this. So if you have any questions about the carpet and flooring industry, comment below. I'll create a follow-up video for you.